So earlier today, Dave Ramsey was trending on Twitter, and I clicked on it and saw what it was, and he was basically making the left and the Twitter blue check marks upset with his recent Fox News clip. Basically, he was talking about the stimulus check, and he's like, I don't believe in a stimulus check. You shouldn't rely on the government. Like, you shouldn't have to rely on the government to help you. And, these people need help, absolutely. But I think he said something about it's like a peeing on a forest fire. It's not going to do anything at all. Now, Dave Ramsey did a video today on his show talking about it, and I highly recommend. I can't play the full thing because of it's just a long video, and so you can go. I'll leave a link down below. You probably already watched it, but if you haven't, go check this out. I watched it earlier, and it was really really awesome. I like what I had to say. Basically talking about the government is not going to come and change your life. Don't rely on the government. And he was talking about both sides. He was talking about, he actually said AOC is not going to change your life. People on the right are not going to change your life. Republicans, it's just, no. And people on Twitter have absolutely lost their minds. It's funny. Now, if you're not familiar with Dave Ramsey, one of his baby steps is save $1,000. And so this guy is like, everyone needs $1,000. And then he said, also Dave Ramsey. Now, I do understand that it's kind of weird, or it's kind of stupid for him. He hasn't really had any problems. Like, he really hasn't struggled, right? You know what I'm saying? The past 30 years, just to be honest. He's struggled in his life, but not in the past 25 years, probably. Financially. He's probably struggled in other, but financially he's doing all right, okay? So for him to come out and say $600 is not going to change your life, well, it just depends what you make. But basically what he's saying is that if you follow my steps and you already have $1,000 saved, you don't have to wait on the government to give you the $1,000. And this should be a wake-up call to everybody out there that if $2,000 is gonna save your life, then you need to get your stuff together. So I want to play this clip, and you can go check out that link in the description. Here's this clip from Dave Ramsey that went viral earlier today that is making liberals cry. It's really awesome.
Well, to start with, we need to understand we got $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. $192 billion out of that, not so much. Let's do some ratios, folks. If we're going to do math, we probably ought to play math. Now, on top of that, when you dig into it, the whole idea that student loans being forgiven is going to stimulate the economy, that assumes that people were getting ready to pay them off this year and instead would use that same $40,000 that they were getting ready to pay off their student loan and stimulate the economy with it. Again, that's economic hogwash. It's smoke and mirrors. It's simply not going to happen.
Dave, I just think there's a moral hazard in doing this. You're young,
absolutely.
You signed a financial contract. You have an obligation to pay that money back.
Absolutely. Well, listen, there's some situations where folks are hurting, and this thing has it's gotten completely out of hand.
Yeah.
There are people's lives who have been destroyed by this program. Somebody needs some relief somewhere. I'm fine with that. But this has nothing to do with really helping people. This is a political gimme by progressives simply trying to buy votes. And we know that because when you go from $10,000 in forgiveness to $50,000 in forgiveness, the people who benefit are not lower income people. The vast majority of people that have an average income or less have less than $10,000 in student loan debt. Mm-hmm. The vast majority of people who would be blessed by moving it from 10 to 50 are high income earners. So again, this is all political rhetoric. It's not reality.
You come from an interesting perspective. You talk to Americans across the country every day on your radio program.
Yeah.
What do you believe is the right number or the right answer for the next stimulus check?
Well, I don't believe in a stimulus check, because if $600 or $1,400 changes your life, you were pretty much screwed already. You got other issues going on. You have a career problem, you have a debt problem, you have a relationship problem, you have a mental health problem. Something else is going on if $600 changes your life. And that's not talking down to folks. I've been bankrupt. I've been broke. And I work with people every day who are hurting. I love people. I want people to be lifted up. But this is, again, it is just political rhetoric, and it's just throwing dollars out there. It's peeing on a forest fire. It's absolutely ridiculous.
So yeah, that's the video. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. I really do like Dave Ramsey. I've been listening to him for years and years and years, and he really has give me and you know, my family a lot of wisdom when it comes to money and things like that. And he's actually one of the last conservative voices other than Rush Limbaugh. Like, Rush is like the biggest name right now, but he's like independently owned. He still owns his show. He's one of the last, like, the biggest independent radio hosts. So that's really awesome. That's something I really respect about Dave. So anyway, that's the video, guys. Give a like and a sub if you like the content. Be sure to check out the links in the description if you want to support the channel. And until next time, thanks for watching.